Hey everybody, not going live for this because BIM is currently at the Floyd Davis auction, so it's April 20th, about 20 minutes till noon, but I figured I'd record a quick video. I'm not there because I came down with bronchitis. It's been a busy week, but he's just like, go home, rest, so I'm going ahead and I'm prepping dinner. So we are having skirt steak, fajita, taco, whatever you want to call it. And by the way, I've already gone through like a quarter of a box of tissues just this morning, this alone. So if you're like, ew, sorry. But what I'm doing is I'm patting my skirt steak dry. It is a pretty big cut of beef. This is not from CRB, Pappy's, Steers. This is a grocery store buy. Just because we're going to be seasoning the heck out of it, and CRB Pappy's meat is one of those that you don't need a lot to get. So when we do stuff like this is when we would go grocery store, or you know, the lower end of a butcher's choosing. But in this case it is the grocery store here in Waynesboro. So I'm just gonna cut this in half because this is supposed to be 2 pounds. And it's just going to be a little bit easier for me to skirt up, so to speak, or section out. So I'm just, yes, I'm cutting it at an angle, but I find that works best for me when I'm doing this. And hopefully Bim does not choke on it. He has this swallowing issue, so I'm trying to keep it big enough so that way he can chew it. But I'm seeing where I'm gonna have to, well, with it being a skirt steak, it's kind of hard to get that, but I'm just cutting it up so that way it's a little bit more manageable for him. And we'll season it up. So give me a second and we'll get right to that. All right, guys, so that took a little bit, but as you can see, we've got our beef all cubed up. So what I am doing next is I'm actually using an oven roasting bag, even though we're putting this in the crock pot. It's just got more space. I'm going to throw in the seasoning. This will allow me to toss it up a little bit better, so that way I can get the taco seasoning all over the meat. And I almost forgot my weapon of choice with spices. One moment. Almost forgot my secret spice weapon, adobo by Goya. Doesn't go into everything, but it goes into almost everything. Like when I'm making like tomato sandwiches, because I'm that type of person, I love sprinkling this on it. I'm not sure if it's the black pepper, the oregano, a mixture, salt, the garlic, just however they do it, because it's not like it's got black powder in it, but as you can see, it's not really a lot. Either way, I love this stuff. So I am giving all this a healthy dose, which will probably end up using the rest of the container. I use this on stuffed peppers. Yeah, that's all the remnants that clumped up. But I use this on stuffed peppers whenever I make it with sausage and beef. And them said that it was in top 3 of best peppers he has ever had. Okay. So, with that being said, now that they are coated, I'm trying to get one out so that way, like, it's just a very, very light coating, so we're just going to get that extra flavor, so that way it won't be overpowering. For my taco mix, I am using this time McCormick Original. I try to look at the back of all the spices because I kind of feel like less is more. So these include chili pepper, paprika. It's got some cornstarch, that way you can get that thickening. Salt, onion powder, and garlic, which we'll be adding some of our own garlic whenever we throw this in. I'm going to be using 2 of these because this, like I said, is a little over 2 pounds of, they had it listed as flat iron steak. I'd call it skirt steak, but whatever, each their own. So there's one, and I'm mixing it as we go, so that way it's just more even. And that's another reason why bags like this are super helpful. Less mess, less dishes to do. Smells good. Yeah, and I can definitely see the peppers, like the chili peppers. So there's one. And again, very good coating to it, but we're just going to add a little bit more because we want it to thicken up. And I couldn't remember if Ben preferred soft or hard, so I kind of cheated in this one. I got the kit. Plus, I think it was on sale for like $3 or $4. I mean, you really can't beat that considering those like $6.50, almost $7 a piece. So trying to do $1 billion meals on a tap water budget. Oh yeah. So, all right, get nice and coated in there because I tried to make sure you don't see as much of the seasoning on the bottom. Like, yeah, we can see it, but as you see, I'm working it in. Oh. Run. But that's okay, because we're trying something different. So, we got that all taken care of. Yay! Now, because we are going to be doing this in a slow cooker, we're going to be using some beef broth to add to it. So, hold on. We're going to move. Changed angles. The lighting really wasn't that good. So I got everything in the crock pot. Give me just a second. So as you can see, the liner doesn't exactly fit because it's made for an oven, but we're gonna make do with what we got. So I tried to lay it out as flat as possible. This way should work better with lighting purposes, but laid it as flat as possible. So here's what we will do next. I've just got a little bit of a 32-ounce beef broth that I'm going to finish up with. So just so that way we have that extra moisture in there. And of course, give it that good beefy taste. I am also going to be using up the rest of well, maybe not the rest, but I'm going to throw in a little bit of mild salsa in with it for the acidic to work with the seasoning and kind of loosen it up a little bit. Okay. Sorry, with my nose being clogged, I'm just making sure I'm not doing something stupid. Okay. Actually, there isn't much left, so we'll just dump the whole thing in there. So we got beef broth, salsa. Now we just need to lit it and turn it on. Okay, slight change of plans. I knotted the top. Don't know exactly what that's gonna do, but whatever. So in the crock pot, I'm gonna keep it on low. Mine has a timer. It is 12 o'clock. I'm going, well, actually I had it down on 2 hours, or timer off. So we're going to do 4 hours. Actually, we'll do 5, so that way we can eat at 5. But we'll do it for 5 hours and see what happens next. Which, by the way, if you're curious, there you are. 12:02 and Patty Loveless. That must be what my mom's listening to. All right, guys, it's 3:39. So next step, actually the last step, and then this will cook for like roughly 90 more minutes, is vegetables. So I like to add a lot of vegetables to whatever I'm cooking. So with that being said, I ended up untying this, not because it's, you know, anything's wrong, but it smells so good. But it just was really starting to blow up. So, and not in a sense that I thought was like cool. So I'm taking 20 ounces of fajita, which of course has onions, red peppers, and green peppers. And we're not going to be shy about it. We just dump in the whole thing in there. Take out the dry lock though. And I'll get a spoon in there and stir that up. And then last but not least, me and Bim love mushrooms. So whenever I can find the perfect excuse to cook with mushrooms, with which beef products luckily is a good reason. So I got Baby Bellas. These are 8 ounces. Again, just tons of vegetables in there. And we're gonna give it a stir. So this is what it's gonna look like whenever it's all stirred up. I'm going to actually cover it and let it go for another like hour and a half. And I'll probably throw in just a little bit more of adobo just to, you know, add to the seasoning, since the vegetables is gonna absorb what's in there. So we'll wait and see. It is currently 3:43. We'll check in whenever it's done. Don't mind me, guys. I just got done having a sneezing fit. Sorry, Bim's here. You want to come here?
I didn't know we were doing anything. Oh.
Surprise! I've been making a cooking video all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it is right now 5:30. Say hi.
Hello.
And,
tired and sore.
But that's okay, because he's going to enjoy this. Dinner's ready. So, just finished mixing it all up. As you can see, it's not really...
Looks like birria tacos.
Kind of.
Steaming up your own phone. Here, how about that? I've been on the other end of this phone. Well, not on this phone, but my phone all day.
Yeah. So, got mushrooms, peppers, onions. What do you think? How's it smell?
Smells good.
All right. You hungry?
I am, but I ain't going to eat it out of a boiling pot.
Well, no. You're not expected to.
Okay.
But on that note...
Dinner time.
Dinner time.